stuff. So, we are going to jump into the next video. And we're going to do that beard video. Okay. We're gonna do, this is an older one. This one, I think it was like, this one is like 5 or 6 years old. So this is an old beard video. And he is doing the monster steak challenge. So, let's take a look at young Beard.
Alright, so my grandma, she's 82. She's a bit nuts, but when we were kids, she would always use this phrase to describe my granddad, or basically any slightly husky, overweight man that she found attractive. She would say, "Ooh, your granddad's all meat. A real treat." And when I was a kid, I never knew what that meant, but sadly now I'm an adult.
Well, he is.
Anyway, that's today's video. All
He's like
meat.
6 years
Hopefully
younger.
It's gonna be a real treat. It's a steak challenge, which is what everyone's been asking for lately, so we're almost there. Hopefully it's gonna be delicious. It's certainly humongous, so should be a lot of fun.
Wow, this is a cold entry, and that's gonna be loud for you guys. Did not realize how loud that might have been for you guys. Interesting opening on these old ones. Oh, what slot? Dear sister, what are you doing? Sparklers on the meat? Okay. Yeah, true, 2010s editing. Well, but this was like late 2010s.
Ride their arms today, taking on their monster steak challenge. I've never actually done a steak challenge on the channel before. I've done one before like years ago, but this is the first on the channel. Much requested.
Was that Mrs. Beard? Was that Mrs. Beard? It didn't look like, because we've seen Mrs. Beard before. That didn't look like her. At least not to my memory. Maybe I'm wrong, but okay. Hey, hang on a second. We gotta see how much. We'll see how long he has for this, and we'll see if we want to gamble.
I'm gonna start the timer. Hopefully, there. Is it working?
What are you playing at?
There.
Everybody like peppercorn sauce. I'm just gonna put this here.
Oh, no idea how long it is.
That might.
Oh, we don't know how long he has. If there's even a time limit.
I've kind of got like a. There's no point in me doing that. Kind of got like an inbuilt one with my beard. Look at the size of this knife. That's not a knife. I don't know why I did that. Let's do it.
Okay.
What's up, Beard Army? Welcome back. The hardest part about this is going to be just slashing it up. Bit dramatic. I just spent, cutting it up with the knife there.
Is that cooked okay for you, Mark?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
You alright? Some chips. You okay there? Oh, yeah. I don't eat meat. I'll be watching you most.
Woman. Oh, God. No, Mike, I don't. I have none.
Confusion, disgust, and I think a little bit of arousal in there, if I'm honest. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, today we are doing a steak challenge. Finally, so many people have asked for this. Should really be cutting it up now.
Well, I'm wondering if it's multiple steaks. This looks like it's two. It looks like right here you can see the line. I think this might be 2 steaks, not just a single steak. But he said he didn't mention anything about a time limit, and this timer is counting up, not down. So you think it's butterfly? It's possible. Certainly possible. It does look like this is 2 slabs of meat, though. No, Bobcat, I may look at trying to do that before stream tomorrow. And no, Canada is not rationed peanut butter. I just haven't gotten to the grocery store, that's all.
Yeah, Mrs. Beard was just asking me there if I wanted her to cut the steak up for me, but I thought technically that would be cheating.
That is Mrs. Beard.
I told her to refrain from
cutting
duties. But yeah, today we are at the Ryder Arms.
You were saying?
On their Ryder Monster Challenge, which is a giant steak. You might say a monstrously giant steak. This thing is 80 ounces, and you get one sit-in to finish this. There's no like time limit in terms of minutes allowed.
Okay. So just in a single sitting. This would be hard to gamble on. Do we want to? I can try and put together a gamble on this if you want. No gamba? Oh, he'll probably finish. I was just thinking, like, if we wanted to try and do a time, but I'm not sure how to. I wouldn't be sure. Well, we will no gamba on this one.
Or anything like that.
I mean, yeah, Shadows, he is.
I'm sure they've done something.
Basically silver, and I have no idea if he gets anything for finishing.
That was a big old gulp of steak right there. You might even call it a metric mouthful. Although, probably nobody would call it that. But, whatever. This is the first steak challenge on the channel. I have done a steak challenge before, but it was a long time ago. And to be honest, I tend to try and avoid them. Because, in my opinion, I think once you get over like 30-some ounces, it's really hard to cook a steak well and evenly and have it taste nice. But so many people have asked for a steak challenge lately that I thought it was about time I just bit the bullet and did one.
Speaking of drinks, Mrs. Beard's a little bit quiet today because she was out getting drunk last night, so...
Cool. Beard calling out the misses like that on your YouTube channel. Naughty Beard. Well, I mean, Nick, he is a professional eater. Eating fast is what he does.
Just getting a time check there from my partner in crime. But yeah, given that
on this one,
JRC, about big steaks just not tasting good, I kind of wanted this to be bad to like prove my theory. But it wasn't. It was absolutely delicious. I'd heard some really good things about this
Nick,
place,
I gotcha.
the Ryder Arms, and it didn't disappoint.
Will you stop making disgusted sounds, please? This is how normal people eat. Well, not normal people, but this is what normal people eat.
So, chat, this may be the first ever beer challenge that we have observed where he's 100% eating with a knife and fork. He's not getting in there with his hands and he's actually going full knife and fork this whole time. I think this may be a first for us. Granted, he's in a nice restaurant, and my guess is if he tried to go ham with his hands, they might not appreciate it all that much. This is true, it's not a time challenge.
Alright, Mrs. Beard wants me to show you how rare the meat is because she thinks it's disgusting, but you wouldn't order a steak challenge well done because it would be even harder to eat.
Yeah, you gotta think tactically. Just giving Lindsay a lesson in eating challenge strategy there. Gotta order it medium rare, there's no other way.
Chat! He's coming for you! Run for your lives! Run for your lives, chat!
Well, at least it's with cow juice, not man juice.
Shut up. Eat your food.
When you wake up, you feel very like...
I eat every bit. Especially that.
Because you can eat the parsley.
Don't taunt me. The end parts are the hardest parts because they're chewier.
Eh.
Yeah, of course the outside of the steak is bound to be chewier than the inside.
Chap, am
But-
I crazy? Does it seem like he's getting kind of annoyed with Mrs. Beard? I'm wondering if this is why he stops taking her on challenges with him. She seems like she's annoying him. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But honestly, I really cannot complain about the steak. I could have eaten it all day long, and I'm not even a huge steak fan, to be honest. But it
No,
had a
they
nice,
are not
creamy,
machinists.
rich,
They got
salty
divorced,
flavour,
I think
really
a couple
impressive.
years ago.
Fortunately for you,
Not
Fine-
for every
fine food is
challenge,
quite
Kaibo.
attractive.
Most challenges he did by himself, I think. And the reason, and to my understanding, to my understanding, in chat, you can correct me if you know this. I believe they split up because I thought one of you guys had mentioned something about she wanted to have kids, he didn't. Yeah, and that was the main fact. Yeah, Robospart, I think that's what you guys had mentioned that. So it's because don't forget, like Beard does not do these eating challenges all the time. Beard does these like he does like a 3-day run like once a month, I think. So it's not like he eats like this all the time. Yeah, I mean they publicly said it was the idea of children. We don't know if there was more behind it, and I'm not gonna speculate either, because we don't know what their private life was like, and I won't speculate on it. I'm just gonna point out with this video that her poking and prodding seems like it's annoying him a little bit. But that's true point.
So at this point, it looks like I've done most of the hard work, but a lot of the fattier pieces are left here. I ate the easier pieces first.
Oh, that sounds like a tactical mistake.
Oh, you've done all right there. Leave it to me.
Looking forward to veggie and chips next month to get that finished.
and some dessert.
You in there?
It's enough to make me be full of veggie.
It probably would turn you vegetarian if you didn't like sausage so much.
Ha 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 ha. Quiet.
So then,
Oh yeah, you do like bacon. Just some sinew.
Yeah, I think that was a little shred of tendon or something got stuck in my teeth.
oh goodness.
To take a chance and swallow that big piece of fat whole.
Yeah, that's another thing with steak challenges is you're really gambling with your swallows sometimes. That sounded a bit odd, but I just mean you got to try not to choke.
So sometimes Beard has problems swallowing the meat. I can understand that. I can understand why sometimes you might have difficulty swallowing a big, juicy, throbbing meat. Right, chat? You're right, am I right? I mean, I'm only spitting facts here. But I am not a nibbler, Mose. I am not. Shall we continue, chat? Discussing the meat? But Silver, your meat doesn't throb. Then, does your meat not throb?
I normally cut the fat off steak. What? I don't know.
It does if you. Well, no, never mind.
So
Never mind.
the challenge itself is it's 70 quid to actually order. So it's a pricey one, and you don't get your money back if you win.
These are just chunks of pure fat. These.
Oh. That's a first, another first for us. It's a paid challenge. Yeah, this is literally, you're paying to try and get the glory of winning the challenge. No t-shirt? No paid, no free meal? Nothing. That's disappointing. Yeah, well, and like, Revan, he, like, can't take his time because if he takes his time, the meat goes cold. Yeah, the challenge, again, it's like I said, it's, maybe they have some kind of, like, board where they have the people who completed the challenge and that's it, but yeah, it's literally just the bragging rights, and you have to eat it fast because if you don't, the meat gets cold. Oh, excuse you. The meat gets cold, and God knows you don't want this getting cold and trying to keep eating it because cold meat is disgusting. Yeah.
It's alright. Don't you worry about it. Just give me 3 and then you can't do it.
Yeah, Mose, that's very excellent plate. Excellent point, yeah.
I'm just trying to swallow these pieces off.
Oh, God. Oh.
Leave no doubt. Otherwise, Randy will be complaining at me.
It seemed like it was a tough
Randy joke
piece.
there. But yeah, normally I don't do pay and play challenges, or I try to avoid them. But this one, you get a pretty cool t-shirt if you win. So I saw some pictures and I kind of thought,
Oh. You do get a t-shirt. Okay. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. You still paid a lot of fucking money, but you get a t-shirt if you win. Yeah, exactly. Acceptable.
yeah, I want that.
Get in there straight away. Did you actually finish that one?
Hey. Getting every scrap.
Right. So
Ow.
apparently these aren't actually part of the challenge. So the steak is done now. But I'm gonna eat them anyway.
Oh, and he doesn't like mushrooms.
Not use the peppercorn sauce, so it's got a bit of skin on it now. Oh no, I got it on my timer.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, you
I
can.
take it that this is for your benefit because you don't have to eat it on our account.
Oh no,
Oh, I hate to waste food, you know. Can't waste food.
It did. I mean, the cut of steak looked very delicious.
Thank you.
Do you want me to clear those? Would
Well,
you like to see it
I mean,
directly?
Machinist, I personally don't like mushrooms, but Beard doesn't like mushrooms either. Adam has said that he does not like mushrooms. I don't either. I don't do the fungus. It's just not. It's not for me.
yeah, lovely.
Okay,
Thank you.
There you go. That works. Oh, maybe a quarter of the steak, Redden. Those
This
slabs were
peppercorn sauce
big.
is actually really nice. Not normally a fan of peppercorn sauce. I mean, I don't mind it, but
God, these old videos are
can't
not
like this
as
one that's come at me,
energetic. This, you know what? What's interesting is this is kind of how Kitchen Night. It's ironic because this is kind of how Kitchen Nightmares and Hell's Kitchen kind of started. Because if you think about it, like Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares started in the UK. And those programs in the UK were actually very subdued. You didn't have a lot of music. You didn't have a lot of yelling and screaming. And it only wasn't until until it came over to the US that the heightened music came into play, things started amping up, there was more talk. Beard's the same way. This video, it's an old, it's probably at the beginning of it, and he's very quiet. There is very little voiceover. Like, I was surprised how little voiceover there was. The music is like non-existent. Like, we're very subdued. But we've seen how he has developed the channel and how it's gotten more fun, more upbeat, more talkative. Yeah. I just found it interesting that it's like all these food things that came out of Britain started off low key. And then once they came across the pond, that's when they started amping things up.
I said it in the last video. I actually said in the video, they come out of me so clean you could wash them and just serve them to someone. Oh, hi.
Yes. I'm not used to Beard being this quiet.
Shoes for me?
God, and the potatoes.
No, come on, you can do better.
This is true, Mike. Yeah, Americans love drama.
Banoffee what? Homemade banoffee? That doesn't make sense. Just put like bananas and toffee on the plate.
Oh, no, Mose, I hadn't heard of
I'm a
him.
ring you nest. I'm a rang nest.
Well, Revan, this I think was back when he was a professional trainer. So he is also, in addition to a competitive eater, he's also an exercise nut. He is heavy in exercise. And he eats very healthy outside of his challenges.
Yeah, okay. I think that'll do, donkey.
He just called her a donkey.
Expensive one, that's generally what I go by.
Did you hear that? He just called her a donkey.
Which is the most yeah, okay. I think that'll do, donkey.
No, I don't think it's a Shrek. And excuse me, I don't think it's a Shrek reference. I think it's a British thing. Because Gordon calls people donkey all the time too on his shows. I think that's a British thing. I don't know. Brits in my chat, please confirm or deny. Is calling someone a donkey a British thing? That has nothing to do with Shrek. If anybody in my chat is from the UK, can you please confirm or deny? I'm really curious. Yeah, he also does call him donut.
Which is the most expensive one? That's generally what I go by when it comes to the dessert.
So yeah, as you can see, the challenge is done now. I just kind of thought I would leave the timer running while I finished the equally delicious accompaniments. The chips and the veggies were very good. As was the
Scottish
peppercorn sauce.
shadows.
Probably have tried some of that
Slightly
on the
different.
steak itself. But got the steak down, I think, in like 25 minutes. Not half bad.
Slightly,
Really
only
enjoyed
slightly.
the meal, and we're just debating what dessert to order now. I think I went with something called the Chocolate Monster, which was pretty much a brownie with some ice cream and chocolatey sprinkled things on it. Anyway,
So brownie
hope you
a la
enjoyed the
mode.
video, and I'll catch you next time.
Well, okay. Grindhouse, I said it's slightly different because Scotland is technically in Britain. Scotland is a part of Great Britain. So, technically speaking, Scottish people are British. Technically. Obviously, there is differentiation. I know. That's why I said, like, I usually say, yes, that Shrek was Scottish, not British. If you want to get explicitly technical, yes, Scottish is British, but Scots are certainly different from UK British and different from UK Irish. Okay, Bobcat, have a great night. Oh God.
Little peppercorn nipple. I'm gonna have to lick this off. Alright, so that was 80. That was 80.
It is not England,
That
Grindhouse.
was 80
No.
ounces. I think the biggest solo
They're
steak
not
challenge in
English, but
England
they
is
are
120
British.
ounces. So that should be a piece of cake, really. Piece of steak.
Mrs.
pretty
Beard
good,
made it funny.
Well done. Chocolate monster to follow the steak monster.
Oh, that looks yummy. Oh, that is a yummy looking dessert, and it looks like he's got a side of mousse.
Have a look at your t-shirt then.
Oh, okay, let's see. Ride 3 Killer with a picture of Frankenstein's monster. Interesting choice for a t-shirt. It is pretty cool.
Everyone says that I don't show my t-shirts when I win. So this is actually quite a cool one.
It
Got,
is.
like Frankenstein's monster on there. Is that Boris Karloff?
Yes, it was Boris Karloff. That was cool. I like that. It's interesting. See, yeah, old beard videos hit different. They do.